Hello and welcome to this video on how to add assets into Curo. Assets are items which are regarded as having an economic value. Personal assets may include property, classic vehicles, jewellery, etc. Some assets may be able to generate income, which can be recorded against the asset and included in the contact's income. Assets can be linked to the following entities within Curo: accounts, contacts, platforms, plans, or schemes. In this video, we will add an asset to a household account. To begin, within Curo, at the top of the screen in the main ribbon, navigate to Workplace, Accounts, and open your desired account. Next, click on the drop-down arrow next to the name of the account that you're viewing, and in the menu that has now appeared, under the section Financial Planning, select Assets. This will display the asset overview for the account. If this is your first time adding an asset, then this area will likely be empty and not contain any records. But in the middle of the screen, under the View title, click on Add New Asset. This will open the Quick Create form for adding an asset. As you can see in the left-hand column, the asset ownership field is preset to individual. However, this can be changed to any one of a number of other options if necessary. Underneath, you can see that the associated account is already pre-filled, leaving you just to link any associated contacts of the account and confirm via the tick box if the asset is trust-owned. In the middle column, you will enter the details of the asset. To begin, give the asset a name in the free entry field, and then underneath, assign the relevant category using the list provided. For example, cash, land, property, etc. Next, enter the monetary value of the asset, and underneath, the currency you will see is preset to British pounds. However, this can be changed again if necessary, leaving the last field in this column for you to enter the last valuation date of this asset. The right-hand column is to log the status, acquisition, and future of the asset. The current status field is preset to current asset, but this can be amended to partially disposed, fully disposed, marked for disposal, or proposed if necessary. Underneath, add the acquisition date of the asset, regardless if it is current, set in the future, or if the asset has already been disposed. Then add the acquisition value that the client purchased the asset for. If the status of the asset is set to current, proposed, marked for disposal, or partially disposed, then you can use the future value field to add if the contact thinks that the value of this asset is likely to rise, fall, or stay the same. Skipping ahead, once you've filled in the necessary details for your asset, click on the Save button in the bottom right corner of the Quick Create form. This will take you back to the asset overview for the account. And from here, we can see that the asset record has now been generated. We can enter the full record by double-clicking on it at any time. Within the asset record, you will now have the option to link related records, such as plans and platforms. However, if it's your preference, you can do the reverse by directly adding assets to platforms and plans instead. You also have the ability to attach assets to planning objectives and/or requirements. The asset will not be viewable on these records, but once attached, it could be used in an Experido report or an advanced find. To link a related record, use the lookup icon, which looks like a magnifying glass, in the field that you wish to populate. If your desired record doesn't immediately appear in the initial drop-down list, then you can conduct a search via the Lookup More Records feature. In the example used in this training video, the asset is a rental property. Now, as the asset category has been selected as property, there is a secondary section available in the full asset record with which we can add further details. To access this area, toward the top of the screen, click on the options list next to the main title of your asset, and now select the title Related Income, Gifting and Debt. On the right hand side of the screen now, you can view client income records, or in this case rental income, that you have gone back and linked to this asset. Or you can click on the plus icon to the right of the title to generate a new Quick Create form and create a new client income. The same can be done on the left hand side of the screen, where you can link any liabilities to this asset. Perhaps the most obvious example, seeing as this is a rental property, is for it to have a mortgage. Again, using the plus icon, you can create a new liability instead when necessary. And last, the gift section in the center of the screen enables you to record if this asset has been or is going to be gifted to someone. At this stage, we have saved and exited the main asset record and returned to the client's account page. From here, near the top of the screen, click on the list icon to the right of the account name and select the section Household Details. In this section, you will now be able to view the total value of assets against the account underneath Household Net Worth. You will also be able to view the asset value for an individual by the same means of navigation on a contact record, but by selecting the estate section in the list provided. And there we have it. So I hope that this video has been of some help to you in understanding how to add an asset into Curo. If you have any further queries, please feel free to contact our support desk on 0800 032 3774 or via email at support@timeforadvice.co.uk.